Greetings, fellow cruisers. This is Jeff from Enjoy Live Traveling. Today I am taking you aboard Explorer of the Seas for a casino tour. This is an updated tour because the machines that were brought in for the overseas, I was on there for that. So this actually has all of the new machines that they brought in for that adventure. So you're going to get to see the most current thing here. Dance and drums have been located in this spot for, I think, the last 2-3 years. This is my first ship I was ever on, and those machines have not changed there at all. These machines over here, none of them are ones that I necessarily recommend. However, that dancing drums is okay at times. Just don't chase the pot because it isn't worth it. Again, these machines over here are not ones that I necessarily recommend. However, on this side, the Crazy Money and the loco version of that, both of those I would recommend at the minimum bet. And if you're going to try to accrue points and you want to bet higher, I would definitely recommend the Crazy Money if you're going to max bet anyway to get the points. I think that's about as fair a game as around. The Buffalo Gold I also like very much. There's a lot of Crazy Money games, as you can see over here, and there is more as you're going to see as this tour goes along. I tend to kind of watch where the different levels are, as how close they are to potentially going off. These are all every machines. Those are good machines pretty much across the board to play. But yeah, going back to Crazy Money, I would definitely recommend taking a look at playing that. And again, even at the max bet. These are more every machines on the other side. Even though Casper is a game that is, obviously a franchise, it's still one that I would go ahead and recommend. I've played these machines on this side that you're looking at. They were not very kind to me, but, that's just my 2 cents. On this side over here, I really didn't play any of these machines. I haven't had much luck when I had played them in the past. Same way for these prosperity machines. I've had really no luck on those, and I don't see that. They're a little higher in volatility, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Now coming over here, these that Fate of the Eights, it's not too bad to play on the minimum bet there. I mean, you can have some fun with it. It's not huge payouts, but that's what makes it lower in volatility. So it's definitely something I would tell you to do. I did spend a fair amount of time on Coin Combo over here. At the minimum bet, it's not a bad game. As soon as you start up in the bet, it'll start taking your money pretty quick. It's not necessarily a low volatility machine, but at least at the lower bet, it does play pretty good. That Buffalo Gold game, I like the Buffalo Gold, but that machine in particular had been having issues, and they still hadn't fixed it. So when you were trying to hit some of the buttons there, it would stick, like during your bonus, and it really took some effort to make that happen. So it probably is one that I would play it, maybe check it out first, see how it's working for somebody else, but a lot of people were avoiding it, so hopefully that's one of those that'll get fixed, because overall, Buffalo Gold at the minimum bet is a pretty good one to play if you're trying to chase points and get free cruises. Again, when you start up in the bet, things change. Another Buffalo Gold game here, and of course those Wonder 4 games. You got the Buffalo Gold on that, so if you're wanting to play those, that's worth looking at. You'll notice that these are all those Lock It Link games, whether it be the Piggy or the Huff and Puff, those are all linked together. And if you know Huff and Puff, then you know that's a high volatility game, which tells you that those are also, the Piggy one is also a very high volatility type game. So I would tell you to avoid that at all costs. Again, more Buffalo Gold. I'm glad that they had those because it does open up some options, which I was quite appreciative of. Because it was pretty busy cruise. There were a lot of master level gamblers on here, and that was definitely obvious with all that. I didn't play much of these games, however, as I make the turn, those right there, those are the brand new games, those first 3 up to Mystery of the Lamp. I enjoy the Mystery of the Lamp game, but it's okay. It's not super low volatility, but it's not super high, and it's fun. And they did with the new games. They got another one here on the other side, and I actually like that one a little better as to how it plays. It's just a little bit different. The game's called something a little bit different, but and I saw people playing these other 2 games. So those 6 games basically back to back. those 3 games. Those were the new ones. Here's more of the crazy money. If you take a look, that one had a $2,000 major on it, and it'd been that, which is high for that machine. That said, I was on that ship for 17 days, and it did not hit once. So if that gives you an idea as to trying to guess that. Your bathrooms are over here. You have the ladies' room, and you also have the handicapped men or women. And then across the way over here, I'll show you that there's a men's room. So you don't have to go real far to get to those restrooms if you need to go, which is nice because they also seem to be somewhat underutilized. I think the location makes them harder to find, so people end up going to the ends of the ship rather than getting those right there. I got to tell you, that Plinko game, I haven't played that before, but I watched somebody play that. It looks a lot of fun. If you have played that, I'd kind of like to hear from you if you don't mind. Put something in the comments as to how it plays. Low or high volatility, I haven't looked it up. The Shadow of the Panther, that's a game that my wife likes to play. It's a little older game, and it plays okay. It'll keep you playing for a while. I always appreciate that. That's really what I'm after, is to be able to play the game at a period of time. I kind of cut that short. There was a guy that was standing there forever, but yeah, you know what those games are there with the firecrackers, of course, coin pusher. And I had to kind of go back for this a little bit because those machines that I was showing you before, these kind of ran along the side of it. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I'll flip to the other side of those machines, which is where the bar is at. And you'll see another crazy money, but that is a completely different crazy money. It looks very similar, but it is not. So I would tell you to watch yourself. Now, they actually broke down in the middle of the sailing, so I wasn't even able to think about playing it, but it's not one that I would recommend. However, some of the double diamonds, depending on which ones, some of those can be worthwhile for you. Again, minimum bet, but when you got to start betting 9 lines, it starts getting a little pricey to do that. So I tend to like the games that are like a quarter and just play that on like a 1-line game. I feel like those do better without the higher progressive, like that one you just saw second from the right. This game here with the Pharaohs, I've played that before. It's okay. Same way with Hexbreaker. You've probably heard me talk about that one. If those reels, as you're seeing there, if those are higher, like 4 marks or higher, I will tend to look that one over and play it. And they had another one on the other side. Regal Riches, that lets me play. The times that I've played it, it will let you play a long period of time, but your line hits are horrible in that game. I mean, they just are not good at all. However, it hits enough on those low bets that if you got it in a kind of a good cycle, it'll pay pretty good. Here's more of the firecracker games, and then Rake and Bacon, which is a high volatility game. Just absolutely ignore the size of those pigs because it does you no good. It's nothing more than a way to suck you into playing more. It's not close to hitting. Those Buffalo games are different than the other ones that I had showed you. Your Heidi games over here, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on the actual game, but those are fun, a little bit higher in volatility. Coin Trio, again, a fun game, but can be a little bit higher in volatility. Any of these games, it's got the bills on it, but it might as well be the coins. They don't fall. However, I did discover this game, which is the same ones that make the Wicked Wheels that I like, and I would recommend that game at the minimum bet. I didn't mess with these over here. Your tables are up in this area. That's actually the poker table, and then like I said, they got the Buffalo Ascension game that I wouldn't bother with. On this side, really, I don't want to play any of those games. I don't like any of them. However, this one here, even though it's weird. It plays really weird. It was worth doing. It was interesting, but it just plays awkward. This game I really liked there to the left. I played that, and it let me play for a while. But the one that was identical right next to it wouldn't let me do a thing. So let me go ahead and get the tables before we get wrapped up here. I'll do a little quick spin around so you can kind of get a look. And then I actually got the tables on the very last day of that 17 days back-to-back cruises. And so I could get kind of a look at these. So they were being played a lot. And on the first leg, I was with friends. So I really didn't have the opportunity to do a lot of the filming. Whereas on the second leg, it was only 5 days, and it was very port intensive. So again, it limited how much time I could actually spend doing the filming. Particularly on the tables, because again, when the casino is open, They don't let you come near those tables with a camera. They'll push you away pretty quick. I've had my camera around my neck one time, not doing anything, and it came over a craps table that I was trying, and they were on me like, no. I'm like trying to sling this around. It's not intentional. Calm down. But anyway, this ship, I really like a lot of the games that are on here. I would definitely recommend taking a look at this particular casino from a slot machine standpoint. There's some decent games on here that you can go ahead and enjoy. So I would tell you to hopefully use the information I've given you, because you are seeing something that is very new. I believe they had 7 new games on here. The 6 I showed you, and they added a Hexbreaker game. That's the only ones that I noticed. So use that to your advantage. Again, keep betting those minimum bets. I made the mistake actually on this ship and bet a little bit higher, and I just ended up regretting it, which I knew I was going to do, but I did it anyway. So, better pass that message on to you that, and even though someone who plays regularly can still make those mistakes. So be careful. So again, as we wrap up the video here, I want to thank you for watching. It means the world. If you would like and subscribe, I would definitely appreciate that. The more contact that you guys give me in here with comments and the thumbs up and sharing it really makes all the difference in the world as far as YouTube deciding to push this channel out to more people. And obviously, I'm trying to grow into something that will be something pretty special for everybody. And I'm trying to get better at doing these tours. Hopefully I didn't talk too fast during this video. I know that I always feel a little bit more under the gun to do, but I don't want to extend the video too far by moving too slow. It feels like it's drug out a little bit. So it's kind of, 2 to 1, half dozen the other here. I kind of make that choice of talking a little faster or trying to film and turn something into a longer video than it needs to be, which actually is what I did on these tables here. I slowed down my pace that was on filming it because it was just taking too much. So anyway, beautiful casino, highly recommend. And again, we will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.